a formula here that's very important. And again, you will not be given formulas on your test. You will need to know these. Okay, and it says that if you want to find the nth term of a arithmetic sequence, then you take the first term. That's what the A1 is. You take the first term. And so we take this first term and add the D and minus 1 times. So if you're finding the nth term, you already have your first term that's taken care of. That's your A1. Then you're adding the difference in n minus 1 times. So you take the difference, D, and multiply it times n minus 1. So if you're looking for the fifth term, you'd actually take 4 and multiply it by your common difference, D. Because you're actually going to only add it 4 times to get the actual fifth number because you already had the first number. So let's take an example to kind of see how this works out. Let's look at problem A. We've got an arithmetic sequence, -3, -7, -11, and they're saying ... so it continues on forever. And they want us to find 2 things, a sub 8, the 8th term, and a sub n, which means just a general formula for the nth term. Well, to do either one of these, we need to figure out what our common difference is. What's the pattern? Well, the pattern to get from the, let's see, first term to the second term, we're going from -3 to -7 would be that we're going to add a -4. Well, then to get from the -7 to the -11, we're again going to add a -4. So that's our common difference D, -4. That's the thing we're adding each time. So, let's see, if we wanted to find the 8th term, that formula says, take your first term. Well, our first term, a sub 1, was -3. So we'll plug in the -3 for our first term. And then it says to take your n minus 1, which means if we're looking for the 8th term, we're actually going to multiply it. N minus 1 times actually means 7 times the common difference D, which we said was -4 times the common difference D, which is -4. So we'll do that -4 7 times, which is -28, and we'll add that to our first term, which we said was -3. So -28 plus -3 gives us a total of -31. That is our 8th term. Now let's find our generic nth term, meaning we're going to have n's in our final answer. So we're going to leave this as an a sub n. We still start out with the first term. A sub 1 is -3. That was our first term. Again, we're going to have n's in our answer, so we're going to leave the n minus 1 as an n minus 1. And we're just going to multiply it times our D. Our D, we said, is -4. Well, the only thing mathematically that we can do is get rid of these parentheses, which means we can distribute the -4 to everything on the inside, which will give me a -4n plus 4. Well, if that gives me a -4n plus 4, we're almost done because there's only 2 like terms I can combine, which is a -3 and a 4, which is +1. So we've got -4n plus 1, and that's our equation on how we'll find any term if we just have a regular n.